I'm Francesca T. Mendoza. I'm BS Psychology and I'm from A032 and ang napili kong topic ay Duterte's War on Drugs. Napili ko ito dahil ito ay isa sa pinaka malalang naging issue sa atin dahil naging normal nung mga panahon ng Duterte ay naging normal ang isang pagpatay. Ang tinatawag natin na extrajudicial killing. So, Duterte's War on Drugs, a Bloody Legacy. Background and causes. When Rodrigo Duterte's 2016 presidential campaign in the Philippines centered heavily on a promise to eradicate illegal drugs through a brutal war on drugs, the campaign tapped into widespread public frustration with rising crime rates and the perceived ineffectiveness of previous anti-drug efforts. Duterte painted the picture of a nation overrun by narcotics, portraying drug users and dealers as the root of all societal ills. This rhetoric resonated strongly with many Filipinos who were eager to decisive action. Several factors contributed to the escalation of this war. Years of weak governance and corruption within law enforcement agencies had allowed the drug trade to flourish. A lack of effective rehabilitation programs and socioeconomic inequalities further fueled the cycle and drug addiction and crime. Duterte's strongman persona and his willingness to employ extrajudicial methods appealed to population wary of traditional political approaches. The war conduct and consequences. The war on drugs was characterized by a shocking disregard for human rights. Police conducted widespread raids, often without warrants or due process. Dito po is meron to naging issue yung isang kabataan na, na napagkamalan lang po nila na kamukha daw po kasi ng suspect na hinahanap nila. Ito din po ang naging rason kung bakit failed ang war on drugs ni Duterte dahil si Kian, nadamay siya. Isa lang siyang kabataan na ang alam ko po is naglalaot sa bangka nila. Tapos doon din po siya namatay. Tapos yung mga pulis na nakapatay sa kanya is ang daming ginawang palusot na parang kamukha niya daw, may mga taong nagturo daw sa kanila na siya daw yun. Ayun. So, ayun talaga yung na war on drug is a big failure. Thousands of suspected drug users and dealers were killed extrajudicially, leading to widespread accusations of state-sponsored violence. Human rights organizations documented numerous cases of summary executions, and forced disappearance and torture. The killings were not limited to drug suspects. Activists, journalists, and even bystanders were also targeted. So, ito nga po yung nabanggit ko na hindi lang drug suspects yung naging target ng war on drugs. The international community condemned the violence with numerous organizations and governments expressing deep concern over the human rights abuses. The International Criminal Court, or ICC, launched an investigation into the killings, further escalating tension between the Philippines and the international community. And my reflection on the research and the relevance of it into our present is this event has been deeply disturbing. The sheer scale of the violence and the systematic nature of the human rights abuses are horrifying. It highlights the danger of populist rhetoric and the devastating consequence of prioritizing a tough-on-crime approach without regard for human rights and due process. The relevance of this event to the present is undeniable. The Philippines continues to grapple with the legacy of a war on drugs. Thousands of families have been left beard and the trauma inflicted on communities continues to reverberate. The impunity enjoyed by perpetrators and sends a chilling message about the fragility of the rule of law. The rise of strongman leaders globally and the increasing use of extrajudicial violence in the fight against drugs serve as stark reminders of the lesson learned from Duterte's campaign. The international community response to the crisis, while largely condemnatory, also underscores the limitation of international pressure in addressing such deeply entrenched issues. The Philippines experience served as a cautionary tale about the danger of unchecked power and the importance of upholding human rights even in the face of pressing security concerns. It emphasizes the need of comprehensive strategy that address the root cause of drug addiction and crime while simultaneously protecting the fundamental human rights. Thank you.